Hey guys, Josh with Exodus Customs. So Liz was making a press on some shirts that we've got here and ran into an issue where the HTV would not stay down on the shirt. So came and asked me, hey, what do you think's going on? How do we fix it? So I said, you know what? I want to make a video of this and I want to show everybody what I found and how I fixed it. Now this is only going to apply to a pneumatic press. Clamshell, you're not going to be able to get the thickness to be able to use this fix. If everyone wants, I can look and see if we can find a fix for it for the clamshells, but as of right now, this fix will only apply to a pneumatic press, but it makes a world of difference. So this is going to be something that we start doing on every process. I'm probably going to come up with a better solution for it. Let me kind of jump in right here and I'll explain what we've got going on and how I'm going to fix it. So I'm going to readjust the camera here, move you guys in so you all can see. Okay. So the issue that we've got going on, the seams in these shirts, it's too thick. So when you go to press, that heat plate catches right on these seams. It doesn't make full contact and give full pressure and heat to your HTV all the way across. So the issue was able to be resolved using some oak flooring. I had some oak flooring that I used on another project making a coffee table, and we just slid this right underneath of our foam pad here and was able to raise up. Let me pull these shirts off real quick and I'll show you exactly what I did here to make this happen. And we got a perfect press once I got the shirt elevated where the press only made contact with the shirt and not the seams. Now, this process will require 2 presses. And created my own pattern. I think what I'm going to do is cut these on a 45, these 2 edge pieces, and that way I can slide them up and down accordingly to whatever I need to match the shirt. I may even go out and buy some more hardwood flooring and I can cut them at different angles. That way I can match everything up. See, if I slide these, these fit in there really well. If I slide these and I match these all the way to the top and I grab this foam mat and I put this foam mat back down, you can see there, well, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can move this camera right up on top here where you guys can see this. So right here is an edge. Right on down, all the way around. So you set your shirt and you make sure your seams land off of where that wood sits underneath, and that allows full contact with just the shirt, no seams at all whatsoever. And it is a hands down complete difference between pressing it where the plate is making contact with the seams and then pressing it where it is not. So let me go ahead and throw this in there. Because this is a smaller shirt, I'm going to do a 2 press and I'm only going to use these 2 pieces of wood here. So let me set this up. So this right here is a corner. You may not be able to see it, and this is a corner. So I'm missing all of the seams across the board on the shirt. So let's slide this in there. We'll press it, do our preheat. And we're going to be putting on glitter. We're not going to be doing the easy read flex this time. Pull that out and you'll be able to see that a little bit better there. So go ahead and get this lined up. Like I said, this will require 2 presses. I do not have the wood cut yet at the angles that I need to be able to make a full press. Right now, the edge is going to be right here and right here on that wood. So we'll press the middle. That'll kind of hold everything in place. That way I can lift it up, shift the 2 pieces of wood, and do a final press. Trying to get in here around the camera and make sure everything is centered. So bear with me. Alright guys, let's go ahead and press this bad boy on. Now that we have fixed this issue, I have found that the presses that we did with the clamshell, there's no way that we could have averted this. And with glitter, I'm going to go ahead and press it one more time. Because your clamshell has a minimum and a maximum thickness that you're going to be able to do. So this fix, I would just add, wood underneath, because that's another beautiful thing about a pneumatic heat press is it doesn't matter what distance the hot plate actually travels. On that side, so I think that getting these corner pieces, getting those angles cut, is going to be crucial here. So we've got good adhesion in the middle, and just like before, there was some heat applied, but it's not sticking. Even over here, we've got a little bit of adhesion, and there was no pressure at all whatsoever on it. So that tells me that my theory that the hot plate making contact with these seams is stopping the hot plate from making full contact and giving full pressure and temperature to the HTV when you're trying to adhere it to the shirt. So I'm going to lift this up. We are ready to go. I'm going to lift this up and show you how this wood ended up laying out. So all I want to do is press the edges that did not get pressed originally. So we're going to go ahead and slide this in. And we're going to make that press. Actually, I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to go ahead and add that Teflon sheet down. It's the beauty of an e-stop. Go ahead and release the e-stop here and press away. guys. It's fantastic. It really turned out nice. That was, I mean, that is really good adhesion there. Which, that's another beauty of this pneumatic heat press. That definitely fixed the issue. Those seams cause a raised portion, so you don't make full contact all the way across the shirt. I'm not sure how you're going to fix this with a clamshell. I would have to think on that, but as far as a pneumatic press goes, if you've got a Stahl Hotronics, this may be something that you run into and you're not 100% sure what the issue is. That is more than likely your issue. If it's not your pressure, your temperature, or something wrong with the machine itself, more than likely it's whatever media that you're pressing. You've got a raised seam that you need to remove from the press. So, and the only way that you can do that is to essentially build yourself a layer underneath. So essentially what that's going to look like here, I'll just throw that shirt up over top of it. I'm going to box this, I'm going to lay this shirt over top. It'll exaggerate what I'm trying to explain. So if I lay this shirt over to go to press it, you can see a defined seam all the way down, or a defined raised portion right here. And essentially all you're doing is you're raising the area that you're going to press above what these seams can stop you. So that's that, guys. So hopefully this wood trick helps you guys out, whether you're running a Hotronics, a Stahl, any pneumatic press. Pneumatic is going to be the only place that this applies, like I said earlier. Now on the wood, doesn't matter whether you get white, red oak, preferably a hardwood. You don't want to go with pine. Eventually you're going to depress it. You get anything stuck in there, it's going to embed itself into the wood. You don't want to ruin the rubber mat. They're not all that cheap. But I like the wood flooring. Seamless when you piece them together. No issues there. You can get multiple. You can make those cuts like I was talking about to get whatever angle. You could cut this piece in half and then just stack them next to each other. That ought to work out just as fine as well. But if this worked for you, let me know in the comments. If you guys have any other issues that you would like for me to address and try and solve and come up with a better solution or fix, please let me know. I enjoy the challenge. See you guys next time.